Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? A morning stream. You know what today is? Today is the finished pages. Everybody knows what this is. So this is all the beautiful finished pages. So I hope everybody is doing well and staying safe and healthy. I was going to put it to Twitter, but this is one of my favorite videos to do every month. So yep, we can do that now on the Twitter. Yep, I just put it on my Twitter thing. So you know. Just seeing what everybody is doing. Hello, DG. How are you? Those are the two people here. So today is the finished pages now. For the Jade Summer books, because they're no longer being sold on Amazon because of all the issues that they've had. They're now at Lulu. I almost forgot that they're at Lulu. So you see one of the links takes you to Lulu. So I have two PDFs. So that's why they're up on top. So DG, how are you? I hope everybody has done well. I wish there was a way to tell people on Instagram that I'm live on my channel. I'm just going to Instagram to let people know that I'm live on my channel. Post. Wish there was a way to tell people I'm live. No, I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to make a post for when I do it. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Hi, Dawn. It's Dawn. Okay. So as some of you know, I have quite a lot of books in this. This is only the first pile, guys. There's three other piles. So I did finish two books this month. So we have finished 20 books in total for the year. Hi, Molly. I'm a little bit early because I have a dentist appointment at 3, so I can't at 3:30. So hopefully that comes there. So the first picture comes from an artist called Rina Art. She's on Etsy. I left a link down below to her shop. This one I bought as a separate image. This is called Pumpkin. I also bought another set of images from her, like, like a 5 or 6 pack, I think it is. She sells them in packs, most of them, but sometimes she sells individual. But because it was fall and I couldn't resist this, I actually meant to have this last month, but never got around to coloring it last month. So I did color it in this month. And I think I colored it on 11/21/2021. And I, of course, used markers, gel pens. I just liked the way this came out. It was really nice. And the name of the artist is called Rina Art. She goes by Coloring Books 2020 is the name of her store. As you all can tell, what is the sign of a juicy, juicy marker? This I think was done with I don't think I have my sprees anymore. Copics, Tau Trees, Cali Arts, and I believe some gel pens. I'm not sure which of my gel pens though. This one was one of my favorite ones to do this month. Now I wanted to try to do purple hair. Now this one is Manga Style 2 by Kevin Tateau Art. Now he's an artist. He has like 3 coloring books on Amazon, maybe 4 I think. But I bought this book digitally. A lot of you know that I'm not buying a lot of my books in print as much anymore because I'm going to be moving, and so everything has to be crazy. So I decided to start buying a lot more books in digital format just to save some room on the shelves and save some room packing wise. That doesn't mean that they're not bad. So this one was, yes, good morning, everybody, Tom says. So this one was done with kind of like I wanted to do different colors with the hair. I actually had it as a lighter purple, which didn't work very well on this paper. For whatever reason, this paper, which is the Nina Bright paper, 90 pounds, the light color markers do not work well on it, but darker colors work well on this paper. So That's just something to consider. I did, according to my numbers, 87 pages this month. 87 pages. Now, this one is Fantastic Beauties, adult coloring book by Damita Victoria. And no, I did not get to do Classy Princessa this month, just because I did 3 in here. And, of course, one decided not to. Well, these were works in progress, I should say, really. So I did this one. This was one that I had. Ooh, this was one I had started a while back and never finished it. I don't know why the thing did not do that. This too was a work in progress. For the longest time I had this as a work in progress, and then I was like, well, I need to finish it. You know, you get those pictures, you start them, then you don't never finish them. I have a lot of those. And this one, I just, right before the stream, we just posted this one. This one was done with Cali Arts. The skin was done with the Copic and Tateau trees. Cali Arts sprays, no, Cali Arts, Tateau trees, and Copics was what I used. Yeah, the Tateau trees are those little tiny markers that get into those tiny, tiny little places. Of course, I used a little pencil for the outside of the white of the eyes, so I just like this. I actually only have 5 left to do in part 1 of this book, so yeah. And then here's a whip. I gotta figure out what to do with this one. This is a whip that I've been working on. I started, I stop it, start, stop. It seems to be the story of my life with some of the pictures. So at some point I'll get back to doing that. So, and then I get to do them all over again if I choose to do them. So we'll see what's going on there. Mermaids Compendium. I did this one. Let's see, which one did I do? Yes, I did the Selena Fenech one. I seem to have a thing for Selena Fenech's imagery in these books lately. This one I did with markers, and I think I did it with some gel pen because if you look at the shiny, look at how shiny that is. I think I need to take these that instead. That's what you need to do. Instead, do that instead so it doesn't, the thing doesn't get all. So this is just basically a collection of all their 3 mermaid books. Now, if I had known that this was going to be their 3 mermaid book issues, I wouldn't have bought it because I have all those issues already. So it's just like giving me a chance to do them in different styles if I want to do them ever. So take what you will with that. You know, look at how shiny this is. I don't think these were the budget for ones that I got, the Target gel pens. I think these might have been the Coloring gel pens. As you can see, I did a lot of shiny. I love shiny gel pens. I cannot do a. I only have 3 of these left. The color by number book. So I have this one, the Halloween one, and a Christmas one left. So got on most of the books. So I did this one because this is not the black background. I outlined it with a gold gel pen to give it some real shine. And when it's down here, you don't see the shine as much, but when you lift it up, you guys can see that shine, as they call it. So this was probably Tateau trees and Cali Arts. This one I did as part of a bonus page in one of the other books I had finished, so I'm going to do it again at some point. So that was that one. Now, I love this one. This one I really like. I wish I got in it as the black background. From now on, I have to remember when I buy these to get in the future when I buy this to buy the black backgrounds. I did 3 in this one. I did this one. They said I could do the girl any color skin, so I chose to do her in a gray skin. You know, I made this one very gray, very light. So I did her as a gray skin zombie girl. I love the zombies and Halloween. You guys can probably tell there's still a lot of Halloween this month that I did. Did this one. You know, I thought I did 3. I think I did this. Yeah, I did this one too. This one I did too. This one I had started in October, and then I wanted to finish it. So the whole goal is to always finish things that I start. So I did 3 in that. According to my list, I finished 87 pages. Yeah, 87 pages is the total. All right, so. Such a shame because I don't have this color anymore. I'm right out of the marker for this color, which I love this tan color. So. Someone asked me, would I ever consider doing color by number in pencil? If it was the only thing I had at the time, yeah, I would do them in pencil. No problem. I would love to do this one, but now that Halloween is over, it's not really the good time for that book. But some of the Halloween pictures are really nice because you can use them for other months too. Just when you want something creepy. Of course, the Halloween special. This has a lot of images from different art illustrators. So this is the one that I used. I used Nina by Sarah Richter. This is the one that I did. I did it early in the month because I had forgotten I had totally did it. I think I used one of my last sprays for her hair color. Because it was like one of the last colors I had in that set. I remember that. Because it kept drying out. So I was like, oh. Then I had to use a towel tree to finish it. Then I was thinking I was going to have to figure out what color it is in my Copics to finish the hair. But I did the bats in gray and black. You know, normally I don't color black, but I was like, you know what, I have to start using the blacks more. Just because they give a nice contrast of colors between dark and light. So that was the one I did in the Halloween special. Jade Summer, Chibi Christmas by Jade Summer. Now, here's the story about Jade Summer. Like, some of you know what has been happening with Jade Summer, and a lot of people now say that they don't sell their books on Amazon, but they do sell them on Lulu. So, and they do sell some of them digital, some of them print. Depends on what you want. So, for me, I like digital, but I also like print. There's something about having a book in print. This one, I just wanted something cute and fun. My mother says it reminds me of my niece Hazel, opening up presents and being joyful. I don't know about that, but I just thought it was cute, and I just wanted something Christmassy to color. We all know this month is going to be like tons of Christmas stuff being colored this month. Like, I love these little chibis. Their chibis are adorable. This was one I did last year, which I really liked this one and how I did this one. I wanted her dress to be more blue, like a lighter blue. It turned out I still made it work though. Maybe in my next one. Look at bacon cookies. This is another one we did with glitter. Yeah, I decided to make the package that she's opening pop. I just thought that would be a lot of fun to do that, to make it look pop. So that was one that I did last year. So all these pictures that are just so much fun to do when you do the chibis. I did 3 in this book. This is called Coloring Chicks, Coloring Book 2, Fantasy Fairy Portraits Grayscale by Doria A. Kakrasoy, or otherwise known as Doria Draws. A lot of you know that. I did this one and my blue ran out, so you could see parts of where the blue ran out. Then I had to switch my blue because this blue dried up on me, and then I switched to a different blue. That's why the blue does not look right, because the marker dried out on me. But this is kind of like a chibi one. This one has like more chibi style stuff. So this one was a nice full one. I didn't do a background because I didn't feel like it needed it. Like, some of the pictures I do sometimes do backgrounds, and then other times I don't. I just felt because this was like just so autumn-y. I love the colors, you know, and it was steampunky. Then I did this one. She came out a little sexier than I wanted her to come out. I actually wanted the hair to be more purple than pinkish purple, but it still came out nice. I like the colors we used. What did I use? Breeze, or did I use See, now this one is the one that I'm having problems with because I have no idea how I'm going to color this. Because this one is going to be a lot of browns, but I'm not good at coloring animals. I'm not good at that. So, because it has this animal or this animal, like if it, and then it has a fish. If it had like only one image, I would probably be in better shape. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. That one is giving me, I'm kind of shaking my head at it because then I have this one, which I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only have 8 left in this book to do. So I only have 8 left in this book, Michelle. So for me, that's a big thing. And I did I do 5 or did I do 6? I think I did 5 in this. Yeah, this one is a little bit more. This is the first one by her, Coloring Chicks Coloring Book by Daria Books. This is volume 1. So I did this one, made her sexy, sexy. The girls are really sexy in this book, and I really love how sexy they are. This one was Birdie. I just wanted it to have yellow colors. I wanted to do a lighter yellow. Like this yellow and this yellow should have been reversed, in my opinion. This one was done with Cali Arts. This one was done with the last of my sprays, some gel pen, and Copic for the skin. Yeah, I use my Copics a lot for my skin tones, so you can tell I also did this with gel pens. I think this was the Tamnip gel pen. Yeah, this was the Tamnip gel pens because I wanted to use them up. The whole thing is sometimes I want to try and use the certain supplies up before I move, so that way I don't feel bad that I'm not using them. Then there's this one, Belle 1. See, I gotta figure out what I want to do for that one. Maybe purples, because it's called Moonbeam. Scorpion Queen. There's certain ones that I really want to do well, but I'm kind of like, I know we did the girl in the beach. This got a lot of likes. I'm surprised. This one got a lot of likes on Instagram. You know, because I was like going, how do I color this? Because everybody's doing it such a really good job. You know, you see a picture that everybody else is doing, and you're like, well, I have that picture to do too, but I really can't figure out what I want to do with it. Sorry, I need my coffee in the morning, you know. So we have a lot of pictures still to do in this one, you know. Matter of figuring out what I want to do with the book, you know. You guys know that some books are not making it to my king. Oh yeah, we finished our 20th book this month, so that was like I was really happy. And then this is one of May's favorite people to do. You guys know that this is a Color in Heaven Misfits special by White Stag. Now I have a lot of Color in Heavens. I did not get the most recent one. And some of you know that I'm trying not to get them unless they're like the only way I would get them is unless they're absolutely special. Well, I think what did I use on this? Yeah, I used the last of this. I used the last some of the last of my Blicks. This brown was the last of a Blick. Yeah, this was Blicks and Blicks. Yeah, it was definitely Blicks. No Cali Arts, Copics, and a Tau tree. That's what I used. Tau trees, Blicks, and a Copic. Now I use skin like crazy. I love the way the Copic skin tones work. Marker went and died on me. So this was a Blick too. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh, okay. I got scared. You know when you get that pop-up message, it's like, pop, your connection is unstable. So this was the green ground was Blick. The trees were Blick. This was a Tau tree, the grave. The hair was my last purple spree. That I remember because it's sometimes hard to remember what you use in some of these books. So that was Misfits. To tell you the truth, so I have a few that I color a lot. Mandalas. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I hate when we get the glitch. Mandalas Volume 2, and what happened was I sneezed, and then this is what happens when you sneeze. It's like you guys don't see it so bad, but that's what happens when you sneeze. So you guys can see the outline of the one that was previously done in the book. So this one I started it a long time ago, and then I was like, you know what, I just want to finish it. And as you can tell, the sign of a nice juicy marker is this. So that's what I did with that one. Mandalas Volume 2. I know a lot of you have been asking me to do more mandalas, but you know, I have to be in the mood to do them. Or I have to do it cleansers. Why Christmas by Jade Summer. I did this one. I don't remember what I'm trying to remember what I used. Did I use the Blicks or did I use the sprays? I'm gonna guess I used the Blicks for everything except for her skin tone. Yeah, I probably used the Blicks. This was actually, I'll tell you the truth, because these yellow things were already done. The yellow was already done. So was the yellow in her hair. That was already done, which means it was probably something that I did from last Christmas, last season. So I was like, okay, I'll just finish it then. Not a big deal to finish it. But you can tell I like this book. I wish I had waited for the Grayscale, and I had waited and waited. Like 1 week after I got this book, then they released the Grayscale last year. So it was like, So this has some really cute pictures of it. I love Jade Summer. I just wish they were back on Amazon. I really do. Lulu is not going to be. Lulu is a temporary solution at best, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think it's a temporary solution. But that's where they are right now. So. Christmas special. This is the new one. This is, I think, what is this? Issue 81. This is the last one I had. We did this live on camera. This is such a pretty picture. And I saw someone else who did a very similar picture to me, except the hair was lighter. They used the same colors I did, and their image was very, very different than mine. It was so yeah, we did this one on camera, if you guys remember, and then we also used the gel pen to give the little stars some highlights. So I thought that was nice to do the highlights like that. I like it. So that was the Christmas special. So we'll probably be coloring more out of my Christmas books this month. And now I know this is one that Kim absolutely loves. This is one that Kim absolutely loves. This book, I think it's called I Daydream by Takuchi Art. Now they used to be known as Aikiko, so I still have some of their books too. So I did this one. I started this page and then I never finished it. I forget what I started it with, because I did the hair first and then I didn't do the skin. So then I was like, you know what? I'll just finish doing the rest of it, and then hello Joy, how are you? We're doing finished pages this video, so I know I'm on early. Hello view, we're on early. So this is a Grayscale book. Now there's a hardcover version of this too, but I bought the paperback because the hardcover versions are hard to carry, so I know I have a few more to do in this book. So this is going to cause me some problems because I don't know how to help what I'm going to do with this picture. I mean, this is the next picture that I think I want to do, even though I don't particularly, there's some pictures in some books that you kind of dread doing. So I'm pretty sure I can do something with it. And then this is a whip. I started this a long time ago, so I got to do the skin, the eyes, the butterfly there. I know this is going to be green, so then we got to figure out what color we're doing the roses. I might end up doing that purple, to tell you the truth. I think it might be purple or blue roses. I'm not sure exactly. So, There are some really nice pictures in this one. Maybe I'll try and work and see if I can try and finish it. Now this one is called Wicked. I had been looking and looking for this book for like the longest time because I knew I had it. You know when you're looking and looking for the book but you just can't find it. You know you didn't throw it away. You know you didn't give it away. Like what did you do? So here's one that I did. I actually had started this girl a long time ago. I had done the hair. Now, it's this trick about white when you do the white mask for Halloween is that it has to be a pencil because I don't have or a white gel pen. I prefer white colored pencil when I'm doing the mask or things like that for masks. I mean, you can use other colors, but they work best in pencil, especially in this book. For whatever reason, the polychromos white works really, really well on this paper. So, which I was surprised. So, that was that one. Yeah, I was still in my Halloween phase. I think it was early in the month. And then some of you got to see this one, the pumpkin. And I think I did use some gel pen. Yeah, I did use some gel pen. I forgot I had done that. Look at how glittery it looks. So I'm thinking these got to be the Color It gel pens, not the Mew brands. Because the Color It gel pens do have a brighter thing on that. So that was that. So now we'll go to the second pile. Now this is on my top 10 to finish. Now I'm still also doing pictures in the first half and in the second half. So here is from the first half. Now this was a picture I started a very, very long time ago. I couldn't exactly find the right color, so I tried to find colors that were very close and matching it. So I finally finished this whip. This is a long time whip. And then this is also from the second half. Now this is from the second part. Now the first part, someone wanted to color in grayscale. As you remember, we did this earlier in the year. Someone wanted me to color a grayscale picture in pencil. So I had done this one in pencil, but this is actually the original one. You guys want to see the original one that we did. This was the original one done in marker. And that other mermaid one, this was the other mermaid. Yeah, this was the original picture. And then this is the other one. My mother said that she liked this one more than she liked the first one. Tell you the truth. So now I'm kind of mixing and matching what I do in this book, and this is on the top 10 to finish. So I only did 2 in this one. Not yet, Michelle, because right now I'm kind of in the middle of my own stuff right now. So, oh, thank you, View. View just wished everyone a happy holiday. So it's just a matter of. Now, this is one that I love working in. This is one that I'm trying to see how many pictures I can do every month, but problem with this one is it's so big and thick. But I'll tell you right now, I've colored I've colored a lot of the first stuff in the mermaid section. I've colored a lot of the mermaids. So this is the big fantasy coloring book in grayscale, 100 illustrations to color. I don't know how many left I have to color in this, but I do have quite a few to go, like a lot of the witches to color still. So I did this one. As you guys can tell, I used up the gel pen. I used the U Brands gel pen just to make that shiny, as you can tell. Good morning, Callie. We are going through my finished pages. So this was another one I did. And then I did one in here. Yeah, I got to do some of the witches in here because that's the section that I don't do a lot. I'm not sure if I did this last month or this month. So but if you guys are seeing it again, I apologize. But I really like the autumn effect of it, you know, because sometimes we're still in autumn. I know, right? Sometimes it's funny because sometimes well, I have an appointment to go to later, so I have to do it early this morning. So my mouth might be sore tomorrow. Tomorrow night we're going to see Aladdin, so that's going to be fun on Broadway. we did see a play a few days ago. I didn't like the play my mom did, but that's all I'll say about that. Fairy and Fantasy Coloring Book. Grayscale Coloring Book by Christine Karen. Mr. Vampire. Now this one didn't have these little white dots in it. I put the silver dots in it, as you can tell. And I did the silver. I had done his hair a long time ago, and then I had forgotten all about it. It's going to be a lot of work. And then I did this one, because I used to be a bookworm, so I just thought this was just really an interesting piece, because I have brown hair, and so I wanted to do a girl with brown hair and have pink and then do that. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't look forward to the dentist. I really don't look forward to him. So that's why I'm trying to do it early. So here's this one. But that was a good one. Floral Beauties by Coloring Book Cafe. We did her. Now I chose the wrong hair color, but I still like her. She came out like on camera, it actually looks a lot better, her skin, but off camera, it does not look as good as it does. Sometimes the skin looked weird. I tell you, you guys don't get to see that because it looks totally different on camera than it does in person. I just didn't like the way her skin came out. Like on camera, it looks fine, but off screen, it doesn't look that good. Just to give you a hint, sometimes the things look better camera. Magical Mermaids by Deborah Mueller. I like this book, but this book is complicated. This book is really complicated. Some of the pictures are really intricate, and some of them are, more big bad girls than others. And I did this one. I was trying to do sunset. Well, me and water have a really weird relationship. Sometimes I do water really well. Sometimes I don't do water very well at all. So I forget what I used in this. I think this yellow was a spray because it was fading. So this might have been when I still had some sprays left. So take that as what you will. So. Beautiful Woman Coloring Book by Ava Brown. I did this one. I did not like this one. There's always a picture that you don't like. This one was supposed to come out differently, and then the skin got all messed up. But you see, it's funny because when I mess up the skin, it doesn't look bad on camera, but off camera, it looks horrible. I don't get that. It looks great on camera. It's like one of those strange little phenomenons I realized. So, yeah, next month I'm probably going to have to make, after next month I'm probably going to have to make some decisions about what I take with me. This one, this is the next one that I'm working on in this book. This is called Fiercely Gorgeous. This will be the one that I'm working on next. And this is the one that I did. See, this one I thought came out really nice. I wanted something that was like red hair and, so I hadn't done a redhead. So I really do a lot of redheads and unusual hair colors. But I thought for this one, it would be something different, something easy to do, I don't know why my skin tone in these books does not work well. So, yeah, this is how many left I have actually in the first half. This is how much I have left in the first half before I begin part 2. Oh, there's. I forget you make colors. Gothic Fairies by Micah Jelena. This is a color in heaven. So I started getting into this book again. I had done some of this and then stopped. This is what we call a start, stop, start, stop. So I decided to color this. As you can see, she has a little, there is some gel pen in this, just on the jewelry parts, just to give it a little bit of bling, you know. So I've done a few pages in this. You know, I'm starting not to be afraid of the grayscale as much anymore. Once you start learning not to be afraid of the grayscale, it's not that scary. And I did her for Halloween. This was definitely a Halloween picture. I used a lot of different colors in this one. I think was running out of my sprays, so I wanted to use up my sprays when I did this. The hair was spray. The white was pencil. The red was probably a blick. This pink was a blick. I can tell you that. I used a lot of markers in that. So I'm starting not to get scared of doing the grayscale. It's just some of them are more complicated than others. You know, this book is fun if you allow yourself to have fun with it. I know, if you use the best whites, honest to God, guys, I love the Prisma white. This is the Crayola white, which is a very good white, by the way. But my favorite white has to go to the Polychromos white pencil, or the ivory pencil, which is my favorite white. Dark Fantasy Special by Ines Guerrero. I wanted to do more, but life does not allow me to do more sometimes. I thought this was a great one, and it was just fun. I didn't realize that she had 4 arms when I was coloring it until I started doing the skin. Yeah, right? Yeah, I use pencils when I want to do the face mask or the sugar skulls, you know, and scullery, stuff like that. I use a basic white pencil. I use either my Crayola white or my Prisma white. So now I look at this, and then we did this little red witch with the blonde hair. And I was trying to do 4 colors, so I wanted an autumn and a witch. Then there's this one. Actually, done quite a few in this picture, in this book, actually. Someone asked me, do you think you could finish it? I go, not the way it is now, but eventually I think I will start finishing up some of these books, you know? Like here, like you see there's gaps here, because I didn't do the book in order. Then we did this one. I think this was one of my first ones that I ever did. You know, in retrospect, you know, sometimes you look back at the work you did and you're like, oh, I really like that. Like that tree, that shit. No, but this book, I start a picture and then I don't start, and then I don't go back to it for a while, and then I'll come back to it for a while. So you see that there's some really good pictures in here. I gotta figure out what I want to do with it, because, you know, Ines Guerrero has some really nice stuff. Then there's this, which was Princess Ariel. This was one of my favorite ones that I did. I gotta figure out how to do this one. This is Princess Belle. You know? Like, I want to try and keep the Disney colors at all, if I can, but sometimes you cannot do that. Corporal Emily. Rilla. I know some people just love this. This is one of the ones that I desperately want to do. It's one of my ones that I want to do on the book. So maybe next month, if I'm not too busy with Christmas. Here's one that I just absolutely loved. This one I meant to do different colors, and it didn't come out right. Sometimes I'll go back and show you a book just to show you how much I've colored in it. And here's a whip in progress. I'm kind of left what's the word I'm looking for? It's all this candy and the leaves. Like, the leaves are easy. It's this part that's going to cause me problems. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like in a state where I'm like not really sure how I'm supposed to color it. Like, everybody knows what I mean by that. Like I'm kind of left in a daze on how to color it. You know what I mean? Some things you get like that one is an interesting special because it's not like the other specials. So this one we did live. This is Drone Reese, and now this was the one that Kim wanted me to color the thing, and we kind of unofficially did unofficial buddy color because she had colored this earlier in the month, but I did mine live, and we just did this light. Like the way you get the colors lighter is you just go lighter with your picture, and then you just make a lighter shade. So I did mine light, like the bird's light, and I did the trees dark, and we did this on camera. So this was Drone Reese. Now, this book has a lot of people have asked me where I got it. I got mine from Amazon France, I think, or Amazon UK. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I bought it a long time ago. But a lot of people are saying that this book is really, really expensive now. Like this book is like almost $50 if you want it. So look around and see if you can get it. Also, I highly recommend Book Depository for a lot of books if you want to get them. Yeah, you might have it in one of the specials that they do. Maria Troll does sometimes specials. Yes, and that wasn't meant to happen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, remember that steampunk book? So I had the top 10 books. So I decided to, because, that was the top 10 and that book got ruined. It is very hard to find it at a reasonable price. I recommend going to places like also, guys, I do recommend if you can try and find people on Facebook in the Facebook groups because sometimes you can do a group buy. It's a hard book to find, but you can find this. Now, this one I got off this book I bought off of Molly Harrison's Etsy shop. Now, this is a special artist edition, so that means it's a different quality of book, and you pay a lot more. I'm gonna be honest. I paid almost $30 for this book. No, I didn't pay 30. I paid like 25 for it. Go on Facebook and see if you can do a group order. Stop. I know a lot of people were getting the what was the book? Drama Vega and Villain Son. People got those books the way a lot of people got the Villain Son and the Drama or the Drama Vega book when they couldn't find them in stock. The way that you buy that book. Oh, Miss May, you missed the Misfits. You missed the Misfits pictures. The way a lot of people got a lot of the books or the books that they can't find, they go into Facebook and they find a group that has a group buy. It's a lot cheaper to do it that way than if you try to buy something individually. So now this one I finished last night. Now this replaces the steampunk on the top 10 list, the top 10 books. So I did about 8 books, I think maybe 9 on this. Yeah, I finished this book this month. So this one we did live. You all know we did this live. We used a lot of mediums in this one. So we did that one. Yeah, there'll be a flip through of the finished book for this one. This one and the Talismans. Yeah, I was inspired by the Coke Bear when I did this one. I did the Coke Bear. Yeah, I was inspired by the Coke Bear. So this book was an interesting book because this had really nice pictures, but it was a darker grayscale. When I mean darker grayscale, it was darker grayscale. It wasn't like the Jade Summer grayscale. So keep that in mind. With this one, one of the first ones I ever did in the book. This was mostly done in markers and gel pens. This one I wanted to do it a different color than what I normally do. Normally I make it in blues, purples, oranges, so I did it in green. I used up this green marker too. This was a blick that I used up for the background, which was a green blick. So I used that up. This one was so much work to do because of all the glitter and it ended the veins. Hold on. I think I just got to thing. So I did that. This one was one of my favorite ones to do. Mother and Child. Did this one. I know you did your monthly pages. I put it on my watch later because I have a dentist appointment later today. That's why I'm on earlier today. So this one I did. I wanted it to be different colors than I normally use. This one, you guys, I didn't even post this one yet. I did this one. I finished this one last night. I had started it the night before and then finished it. So then I went on to the next one. Yeah, we finished this one. I did this in yellow, pinks, and purples. I know, right? This is a beautiful book. Too bad I can't keep it because I'm moving and things have to be done. Yes, I am on Instagram. Princess Grace 100 is my Instagram account. So you can buy, if anybody wants this book, you can buy it on Molly Harrison's Etsy shop if she still has it in stock. The thing I liked about it is that it had the spirals and the pictures were just great. I finished it on 11:30. As you can tell, I was keeping a record, a tally every time I finished a page. So yeah, but it was expensive. It wasn't cheap, For me, paying 20 something dollars for a book isn't cheap. So I had bought this like I think a year or two ago. So sometimes it takes me a while to finish a book. So I was really proud of that. That's getting a flip through later on. Grace has a color and having addiction. Yeah, I do. I really, really do. Thank you, Miss May. Miss May is nice to me. Miss May is always nice to me. I thought that we would see Robin here because I had sent her a big thing of books. So this is Creatures of the Night special, and this is the designs by Sarah Richter. Miss May is on this case. So this is the one I did. Bedtime. If you guys have Dunkelbunt, the Sarah Richter has a coloring book of her own now. Instead of just being part of the specials that she's part of in Coloring Heaven, Sarah Richter has an Etsy shop. She has the Dunkelbunt book, which is a lot of the same pictures in the Coloring Heavens, just on really good paper. Keep that in mind. That she has it on even better paper. Joy of Coloring Mermaids. I have started coloring in this like crazy. I have done so many pictures in this book. It's not even funny. I did this one. What markers did I use? I forget what markers I used, but it was markers and they were gel pens, as you can tell. There's some shiny little things in here. Did the Seashell Fish. This was an interesting one to do. I'm not used to doing things with shells and things like that. Then I did this one. We used many different blues and some greens and some browns. This is a whip. I started this one, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. So that's fun. So, I still have a lot left to do in this book. So, some books come in and they're just so much fun to do that you forget that you're doing them. For me, I love this little book. For this was like a $10 book, and the newsstand books really. When you get these like Joy of Coloring books or the books that you get at Jade Read or your local drugstore, your thing like that, they're really a lot of fun to get, and I highly recommend getting them. Now this book is coming apart, but it's like one of my favorite Korean books, but I'm going to start coloring in it a lot more. I just have to figure out what color I used in this. I want to finish her hair, but this is the one that we did. Yeah, I finally finished this one. This is a fun book to do. It has a lot of women, a lot of flowers, a lot of creatures in it. See, and this is a whip. I have a lot of whips in this book. I I tell you, I really do have a lot of whips. I need to finish them. As you can tell, the book is falling apart. And here, as you guys can see, that I did her hair. And I wrote down what I used in this image, so I need to finish that. See, and here's another one that I need to finish. I just need to figure out which yellow I used in her hair. Otherwise, I might just go over it with yellow. See, and then I started this one. So this book has a lot of pictures in it, but the problem with this book, like so many of the other books, is that the pencil work always seems to spread. So, and plus it's falling apart, which it makes me angry because I spent a lot of money on it. Someone says to me, well, you could just get a spiral bound. Well, my Staples is now on 8th Street, and I used to have a Staples down here on Fulton, but they got rid of it. So I might just end up trying to color as many pictures as I can. Let's see if I can try and finish it within a reasonable amount of time. If I don't, I don't. Remember when I was telling you I did Selena Fennec? Well, this book suddenly became, for whatever reason, this book, I did 3 pictures in this book for whatever reason. I really took to this. For a long time I didn't color in this book. I had forgotten I actually had it. So I started going through the book. So this one, a lot of you saw on Instagram. I really like this one. I used Cali Arts, my Tateau trees, and I used a Prismacolor white for the unicorn, and a blick for the horn. That's what I did for that one. Yeah, I think I did this one. I did early in the month, the Pink Witch. I'm not sure if I did that last month or this month, but if you guys see it again, I apologize. I just love when I can do pinks and reds and purples and make them look really good. Now, this one I did a few nights. I did this 2-3 nights ago. I was going through the book. True. This one was funny because I did this really nicely. I was using my black Tateau tree and it started fading. You guys don't see it because the black covers it up, but you can see right over here the black started to fade. So I had to use another black. I used the Cali Art black to do that, and everything else was Cali Arts. So I was really proud of that. So, and gel pens. I thought this came out really nice. So, then I also have this one. This one is called Wolves. Like I see this, I think either Arya Stark or Sansa Stark. I don't know why, but I just think that when I think of the wolf. So that's what I think of this when I think of this picture. That is the Game of Thrones fan in me. So that is the Game of Thrones fan in me. Yeah, I have that thing in me. Another top 10 book to finish this year, which I don't think I'm finishing this book unless I go nuts and start like coloring every day in it. And you guys all know I do color almost every single day, or try to if I'm not working. So as you guys can tell, I have done a lot of this book already, right? So this one, I didn't post this one until recently. This one was kind of done in the Alfonso Mucha style. I like this picture, so I did this in colored pencils. Yes, I do use colored pencils. I don't only use markers. Then I did this one. I finished this one. I had started this one and never ever finished it. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to finish it because I don't like leaving unfinished pages. So that was what I did in that one. I haven't even worked in one of my, I haven't even worked in the Kirby book that I was supposed to work in for the top 10, to tell you the truth. I know everybody's like, you. I haven't even worked in Fragile World or any of the Kirby books, which tells me that somebody's going to want me to work in the Kirby books. So now this is on the top 10 to finish as well. This is filling gaps. I did this one early in the month. This one was like start, stop, start, stop. Like, you know, me reading a book. Some ways this is, then I did this picture with the sea. I don't like when I do pictures and they come out looking blotchy. For whatever reason, the water never is my thing. Water always for me is hard to do. I don't know why. Unless I'm doing watercolor with it, then it comes out fine. Then I did this one. I thought this was just fun to do and it would be a nice picture to do. Not for the grass to be lighter. I should have reversed the colors, made this dark and made that light. I should have reversed the colors. We'll see if we do a Kirby next month. This is one I started, and I need to start working in this again. This book, so this is on the top 10, and then I did this one with the car. I don't know what it is with me and cars. I always like cars, but this book is funny because sometimes I love it and sometimes I hate it because some of the pictures in this book are so detailed. Really, they really are detailed. Like, here's a cat and a dog. How am I supposed to color this? Someone tell me how I'm supposed to color that. So. No, then I need to finish this one too. I don't think it needs much to do. To tell you the truth, I don't really need much to do in this one. So sometimes it's just about what I think I can color and what I can't color, you know? So that is those four in Blissful Scenes Volume 2. This is also a top 10 to finish, by the way. And this is actually the 20th book that we finished. We actually finished this book. I am ecstatic because I finished the last picture on camera with you guys. So this book you can't even buy anymore. I cannot keep it because I have to, you know, there is something called, you know, that I am moving. So I did make sure I have all the pictures in this book. So I just have to film a flip through of this and then, you know, so to me that was a very thing. So I think I did this on camera. I'm not 100% sure. We did a lot of these on camera, remember, this month. So I was really happy with that. This one a lot of you liked. This one we definitely did on camera. I remember doing this one on camera. So many different pencils. This one I did off camera. Like everyone does the birds blue. I wanted a yellow bird. So I did a yellow bird. This was meant to be more Christmassy. It didn't come out that way, and I messed up with the skin tone. It doesn't look like it messed up with the skin tone, but it just wasn't one of my finest works. This one I did off camera. I loved it. Now, this was the one that we finished on camera, and we literally finished this book on camera, this page on camera. I just wanted to do something different and make it fun, and we also used gel pens. So that one was one of my favorite ones to do. So yeah, I have finished 20 books this year, man. A 100 amazing mandalas. Oh, you think that Grace would only have one mandala? I think I was trying to use up some old markers that were in here that I hadn't finished using up. So, you know, in the old days, I would keep the ends and box, but I can't do that now because now I have to try and be economical in what we use. So then I also did this one. A lot of you like this one. I just wanted to do unusual colors, see how an unusual color one would work. And it did work really well. I was really happy with it. I do have the Chris Mandala book by Camelia Edricova, so there's also the possibility that we will see some more Christmas stuff come out in December. Sorry, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books left. Thank you, and I've done a lot. According to I'll tell you the total. Like, let me just pull up my Excel sheet because I keep everything in an Excel sheet. I am that kind of person. I have kept everything in an Excel sheet. I can tell you right now what the total is. 38 books, 87 pages, 2 of them being PDFs. So we did 2 pages in this. I have to do this. I have to do these pages again. I love this book. I did buy the new Kickstarter, guys. There is a Kickstarter book from Hannah Lynn. Hannah Lynn wanted to let people know that she does have this. Okay, so what happened here was everything was going well. Then I was trying to refill a marker, and all of a sudden, the blotchiness right here is where the marker bled through. But luckily enough for me, I had a paper underneath it, so it didn't go to the other one. So as you can see, I started with one color, then I couldn't find this color, and then I switched the color. So we just say the girl has a tropical tan on her hair. So that's what happened there. Then I did this one. I should have chosen a brown color for her hair instead of doing it blonde. But these are things that you're going to nitpick. I still liked it. And this is the Maui Mermaids Volume 2, the artist edition. Because when you go, the artist editions are more expensive. They're a lot more fun to do, in my opinion. I love artist editions. So I still haven't watched All Kind of People yet, the newest episode, because I was busy watching wrestling, and wrestling comes on at the same time. So this is what I like about streaming the next day. Yes, we have a few we have a few Mandala books in my collection. A few. So, when I started, I didn't have a whole lot of Mandala. Well, actually, what I started off with was Mandala. So, believe it or not, one of my first books was a Mandala book. So, I don't know if I still have it. I don't think I have that book. So, here's the one that I did. This is the Glitterama one, as we call it. It doesn't look glittery. But when you hold it up really, really close, you see all that glitter and markers. So this was glitter pens and markers. I think this was my colored gel pens, my U brand gel pens, and I think possibly a Pentel Sparkle Pop, if my memory serves me correctly. Look at how sparkly it is. See how nice that was? So I did this with a couple of different mediums. So, and you know what they say, you can always tell a juicy marker because it leaves the thing in. Yeah, Country Girl does more than me in a month, but I don't think it should be ever a competition. You should just try to do the best you can with however many you have. I did 2 this month in this? Oh yeah, I did 2 in this. Mandalas for relaxation and meditation. Kim gave me this book. I did this one. I had forgotten I had done this one. And then I did this one with all the bubbles in it. I just wanted to have some fun with it, Thought this was fun to do. All this Reverie, 3 Expressions by Chintaka Harat. I love this one. This one was fun. It was about spiders. As you can see, I kept the template of pink, greens, browns, and reds, and purplish blues. So that one was fun. Then I did this one, which I thought was funny. I did the bird really weird. I just chose colors at random to do the bird. It actually worked out well. To tell you the truth, I actually liked the way the bird came out. So I'm trying to fill in the gaps for this book. Like wherever there's a gap, I'm going to do the books to the best of my ability. You know, I might have like a crazy. Sometimes I go on a crazy fest where I'll do a lot of pages in one book, and nobody knows why I go on that crazy run, as we call them. My mother's out on a walk. I think I did like 6 or 7 in this. Yeah, I did like 6 or 7 in this. Yeah, this is the color by number Christmas book. I am doing this book in technically order. Probably will finish this book next month. This was a thing I started last year and then I never finished it, so I finished this. This was just fun and colorful. I thought this was actually one of those pictures you're like, I don't really see it until it's done what it is. And I enjoyed that, the mystery of not knowing what it was kind of going to be. Snowman and Friends. This one is the black background. This one, I picked the wrong color for the cat, but look at those eyes. I made the eyes glittery. Just because it was fun to make the glitter. This was fun to do too. Yeah, I kind of went into a Christmas phase of things. Then I did this one. So I have this one to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 left to do in that book. I have 12 pages left to do in this book. I think I can actually do that next month. I think I can actually finish 12 pages. Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. Coloring book by Julian St. Clair. Now, a lot of people ask me, where on earth did I find this? I don't remember where I found this, but you can get it on Amazon for Book Depository. So, I still need to finish that. I did that with Crayola pencils. I remember what pencils I did. I did this picture with colored pencils. I thought this was just fun to do, and then I did the picture next to it. Sometimes I like to do the pictures right next to each other. Thank you, Book Outlet's a good place. You know, when you want expensive books, and right now Book Depository is doing something with the Asian coloring books or the Japanese coloring books that you can get at Book Depository right now. It's having a whole bunch of Asian coloring books. And the last one, a Camellia Andrikova book. So this one was just, let's do something different. I had started it, you know, when you do a work in progress and then you never finish it. And then I was like, you know what? I want to finish this. I have to finish it because it doesn't do me any good to see that. Really? I like Book Outlet to a point, you know. Sometimes you can get books really cheap, but a lot of times they're used already. So this is one of the books that I did it. I love this. This one has interesting mandalas in it. So that was what we did for the month of for November. I can't believe it's December. This month went really, really fast. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. There were a lot of books that I wanted to get to, but I did not get to them. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that, because I did not get to any of my Anastasia books, which I find a shame because I really do love working on that. I didn't get to finish some of the pictures that I had been working on in my, what is it called? My Rapture book. There's so many books that I did not get a chance to do this month. So it's always like, you know, I always feel like I don't color enough when I look at the pages. I did do enough. So this is what the total count for the month was, because I put everything on a spreadsheet. 87 pages, 38 books, but 2 of those were PDFs. So really it was 36 books, 2 PDFs. and I finished 2 books. And the finished coloring books came up to 20 for this month. My monthly total for this month, if we look at what the total year of finished pages is, and this includes PDFs, finished books, it basically includes everything we color. 833 pages so far for the year. I always find like I don't feel like I do enough. How many of us feel like we don't do enough pages or we don't get as much done? I mean, finishing 2 more books is a lot. I feel like I don't get enough pages done. So I didn't even get to do a Kirby picture. I didn't even get to do an Anastasia Elico de Viva picture. Yeah, 87 pages is amazing. But consider this, last month I did 88. Yeah, I have the totals. The month before that, I did 90. August, and I'll tell you what the biggest month was. August with 102 pages was August. But also August was the month where I finished, I think. No, September. I'll tell you right now, the month that I finished the most coloring books was October. Yep, October was the month that I finished the most coloring books. So I have a total. Yeah, I did. I finished a couple of books. So for me, that was a big accomplishment. I didn't think I could finish 20 books, much less. I didn't think I would finish 20 books in a year, to tell you the truth. And we're still going. We still have 1 more month. So I think that's quite an accomplishment. And I'm down to 490 books. I've given stuff away. I've given stuff to me. But for me, it's different because I had a tremendous amount of inventory, guys. I'm down to 490 books. I cannot give my nieces any more books. My brother said stop sending them to them because they have had enough. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. So the idea for me is to try and finish as many books as humanly possible. I did want to give you a stream today, if I could at all. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and stay good. Bye, everybody. I hope you all do well. Bye.